So friends, in the previous video, I introduced the concept of compliance management. Other concepts covered due diligence, secretarial audit. Those we are going to talk about separately. Now, if you remember, what are the steps involved in proper compliance management system? Once again, a quick relook. In compliance management system, I will call it CMS. The steps involved are: number one, you need to prepare a chart. Chart of all the applicable laws in the organization, or this you can also say about the scope of compliance management, and this is what I'm going to discuss in detail in this video. Once the chart is prepared, then number two comes task force, then training, compliance, right? Then comes compliance, then comes reporting, and thereafter comes audit, right? So if I give a serial number, this is step number one, this is step number two, this is step number three, this is step number four, this is step number five. And for compliance, I told you that there has to be SOPs, standard operational procedures. So everything is required to be prepared by the compliance officer, and as a company secretary, you are a key managerial personnel. And wherever you are appointed, certainly you are one of the compliance officers. Of course, for different purposes, for different laws, there can be different compliance officers, but all major laws, particularly corporate laws, security laws, you are responsible, right? So you have to understand this chapter very thoroughly. Scope may not be exam oriented, but it is very relevant chapter for the purpose of your career. This chapter will determine how successful you will be in your career as a company secretary. Doesn't make a difference whether you are in employment or you are in profession. It is one and same. More expertise you have, the growth is bound to be there. Okay, so these are the steps involved. Now, in the first step involved, that is charting, unless you know what the scope, how many laws are covered therein, it will not be possible you to create a proper compliance management system. So here what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you a hint. This is also a hint. This is not 100%. This hint may be 99%, but not it is 100%, because so many things are certainly left out. Okay. Now when we go to prepare a chart or we determine the scope of compliance management system, CMS scope, right? Now this is going to be a big chart, right? You can draw with me or you can write separately as the need may be. Later on you can draw one complete chart. The first and foremost laws are organizational laws. In organizational laws, this may be a company, so Companies Act will become applicable. This may be LLP, So those LLP Act becomes applicable. This may be a partnership that becomes applicable, right? So all three laws you have to be good at, and at least in company law and LLP. Even if partnership is not there, still these two are required. Then after organizational, then comes security laws. Security laws already known to you. Those are related to Securities Contract Regulation Act. Those are covered in SEBI. And further we can bifurcate. In SCRA Act rules, in SEBI again Act and rules. In addition to that, there are specific requirements in related to listing, right? Say for example LODR, one of the most complicated things to understand, right? So security law, this is a small list of the laws which are in relation to securities. Then there are certain common laws. In these common laws, IPC, CPC, CRPC, then we have commercial laws. In commercial laws, Contract Act, Sales of Goods Act, Negotiable Instrument Act, Negotiable Instrument Act. I am going to keep on drawing lines, and today you will realize that lots of things were there in your syllabus at executive level, at this final level also at professional level, and many things you have not done properly. Not a problem. Right now focus is on exam, so focus on that. But whatever I'm going to list on the board, you have to go through all this. And if you're good in all this, my promise to you, you will grow in career. Right? Then after commercial laws, there are one more in common laws. Yeah, here is that is called arbitration. Arbitration and conciliation, one of the common thing in business as of today, and in recent past you have already heard this concept in a big way. Amazon and Big Bazaar, Future Group. How the dispute is being settled, how the solution is being found by way of arbitration. One of the very, very important laws. Then comes economic laws. Under economic laws, you have FEMA. We have prevention of money laundering. We have Foreign Contribution Regulation Act. We have COFEPOSA, that is Conservation of Foreign Exchange and Prevention of Smuggling Activities Act. Other laws are also there. And one of the most prominent laws, securitization. Securitization of assets and reconstruction of financial assets and Enforcement of Security Interest Act. SARFAESI. Then we have taxation laws. In tax laws, income tax, GST, customs, right? There are certain policies, certain other things for which will not be listed in the laws, but otherwise you are required to know those. Those are accounting standards, secretarial standards. Certainly, this is a part of your syllabus, so you cannot omit this. Accounting standard as a matter of choice, you can leave, but no, tomorrow you are going to sign financial statements. Accounting standards should be known to you. Secretarial standards, cost accounting standards, EXIM policy, export import policy. These are not going to be listed in this, but just to give you an intimation that these are important things required to be known to you. And we don't know how many things we are going to talk in this paper. Because the next lecture I will be talking about the compliances under the Companies Act. And in Companies Act also there are differences. What are the compliances specifically for private company, then Section 8 company, then for all the companies, compliances for the listed companies and on the stock exchange. So many things we are going to talk about. Right. So friends, you have to have patience. This chart will test your capacity, how far you will go in your career. That depends upon how much you know about the laws which are going to be listed here. Then after tax laws, let me draw one line in between. Intellectual property rights. IPR. IPR stands for copyright, patents, trademarks. All new companies, new technology companies, whether those are software technology companies or those are pharma companies or new technology companies, that is one of the most prominent law there is IPR. You have to be very good in IPR laws. Then labor laws. Complete paper on labor laws. Factories Act, Industrial Disputes Act, Payment of Wages Act, Minimum Wages Act, Payment of Compensation, Payment of Bonus, Payment of Gratuity, Payment of Provident Fund, ESI, all those laws. More than 17 laws are there which are known as labor laws. Right? After the labor laws, then comes pollution control. Air pollution, water pollution, environmental pollution. These you must have read. Right? So pollution control laws. After that comes consumer laws. Consumer Protection Act. Just one example. Right? Then so many industry laws are in specific industry laws. Now, other than these laws, this is not the exhaustive list. There are many more things, right? Just to give you an idea, if the company is having business operations outside India, then foreign laws, those are also important. Other than that, state laws, all these are listed, these are central laws. State laws are also applicable. Shop and Establishment Act. In addition to that, there may be some local laws. Some octroys are all applicable. Some other laws can be there, so those are also required to be known to you. So foreign laws, state laws, local laws. How many laws, friend? There is no end to how much you are going to see in this. Now, when we say specific industry, what is the meaning of industry? Right? Just to give you an idea, can I clear this? I hope you have written that. So to give you an idea of how many things we have in industry, and for a specific industry there are specific laws, right? Say for example, agro industry, banking industry, construction industry, engineering, finance, insurance, hire purchase and leasing, manufacture, trading, services. Now in service there is no end how many types of services can be there, and for everything there may be a special laws. You have to be very particular about the organization for which you are working, or your clients, and you have to be aware of the laws applicable to that establishment depending upon the work of scope that is assigned to you. But as much as you know about the laws applicable there, you will have that much value created for yourself. You can go on listing the laws here, it will not end, right? So in banking, you can add broking, lodging boarding, education, insurance, I have already listed, electricity. Go on making the list, and there are different specific laws are applicable there, and you also know that specific laws prevail over general laws. Okay, so friends, this is just a hint what is required in the corporate management system, compliance management system. So many laws. And once again, I will repeat, as a company secretary, you are a key managerial personnel for ensuring compliances with the laws, right? Even if you take only Companies Act, there are specific compliances for listed companies, for private companies, for government companies, for Section 8 companies, for foreign companies, for producer companies. Specific requirements are there. Producer companies, a complete Companies Act within the Companies Act. Foreign companies, limited application of law, but when it is applicable, then compliance penalties are severe. Section 8 companies, right? So particularly for section private companies, you have to understand what are the exemptions available. Similarly for, or rather all three, what are the exemptions, what are the modifications. Listed companies, which are specific to listed companies only, right? And friends, when you complete the study, of your syllabus thoroughly, then you will realize the value of this course. And after spending so many years being associated with the corporate, I can tell you, you never know when and what kind of need arises. And unless you are aware of the law, you cannot handle the subject. And then, as a professional, you are taken for a ride by the professionals. So, of course, work may be done by the outside agency, but being a part of the organization, unless you know the law, you cannot handle this. And more the work you take, more responsibility you accept, the growth is bound to be there in your career. So friends, this video was chapter number 2, and this is not complete. Chapter number 2 is also having list of all the compliances required in relation to this, and in the following videos I will cover up some of these things. But for that you need to have study material. So either you have a printout or you have a hard copy with you, either way, because we cannot write there everything on the board. So many things we'll read from the material, and briefly or maybe in summarized version I will write it on the board. See you in the next video. Thank you very much.